Hello, hello, Stephanie, your mama mentor, back with another product review. Are you excited? I'm excited. Okay, so I think I have maybe reviewed these before, but I have even more info now, and I have more styles, and I can tell you a lot more about what I like and don't like. So here we go. Are you ready? Da-da-da! Hats! These are Amy and Lee brand. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Maybe it's Amy and Lee, but it's spelled A-M-I and L-I. So Amy and Lee, I believe is how you pronounce that. There's the little tag, just in case you were wondering. So I have three, or I guess technically 4 different styles here. And you guys, some of these are faded and have like paint stains on them because my kids love these hats and so do I. So please forgive the ones that are a little older and used because I have, like, this one is very faded. I've bleached it and washed it a million times, but it's hanging in there. Just the color is fading. So here's what I want to tell you about what I love and don't like so much about these hats. So the first ones I got were these 2 little guys right here. I'll spin it around so you can see they have these nice little adjustment cords in the back that you can tighten and loosen the hat around, you know, where it fits around their head. And then of course they all have these nice little chin straps. Now this one is technically a girl's hat and this one is technically a boy's hat according to the styles or whatever on their website. I got these on Amazon, by the way. I'm sure they have their own site too. But here's what I love and don't love. So the girls' hats, this one in particular, and see now that the underside's not as faded, so you can see how beautiful that print is. The girls' hats in particular are, at least this one, is a little more flimsy. Now, they're way too small for my head, but I'm just going to show you. By the way, they come in different sizes for your kids' heads, but I just want to show you, see, it's a little flimsy. But they do tend to cover my kid's face quite well. And then of course you can do the little strap underneath. Very easy for a kid. It has the little, you just kind of pinch it and slide. So even my 3-year-old, or even when he was 2, could handle cinching that up on his own and loosening it. So a little bit flimsy, but I do still like the coverage, and it's 360 coverage, like I said, has the tightener in the back. The boys' hats tend to have a little bit more of a stiff brim, and I really like that the best, honestly. And this is way too small for my head, you guys. These are made for kids, but anyway, they're a little bit more stiff, which I do appreciate because we live in a region where there's quite a lot of wind, and so they don't flip up and cause issues in that way, and they really do provide that beautiful sun coverage. Now, I will say the one thing I don't like about this hat, this style in particular, is that they have these safety latches, right? So if they pull too tight, it won't choke them, it'll just pop off. But what I don't love about this one is it comes off on both sides. So this is completely removable, and my kid, of course, loves to remove them and lose them, which is not fun. Now, what I love about this particular style is it's only on one side. So it has the break-free latch so they don't choke themselves, but it's only on one side, you guys. See, this side is completely sewn in, and I really like that. I wish all of their hats, if you're listening, Amy and Lee, please make all your hats like this one, where it's attached on one side and it only breaks free on the other side. Because then they don't lose the string, you know, you can just pop it back in there. So the one thing I don't think they have on their website is where you can tell if it is the 2-sided latch or the one, but I love the one-sided one so they don't lose the string. Now, I'll tell you, this one I just got for my little girl, and it is, I think they're the same size. Yep, they're both size large, but the rim of the hat looks a little bit bigger to me. And this is a much stiffer feel, very, very stiff in the brim of the hat, which I actually really like because her other hat, as I told you, was a little bit flimsy. So they do make them, and you can see there's threading in the rim there that makes it more stiff. And of course they have the double breakaways, which I wish they only had the one side. And then this is the final one. This hat, it's still Amy and Lee brand, but the material is different. So this one's 100% polyester, And then these others are 100% cotton. Okay, so the polyester ones, you guys, just a big FYI, something I don't like about them. What I do like is that they're very light. They're super compact. Like you could carry this in your purse. See, it fits in the palm of my hand. So they're super compact and light, and I love that. But what I don't love is because we're in a windy area, so again, not my size, but they are super flimsy. So when my son wears this out and the wind blows at all, it literally is like this the whole time. So no coverage of his face, which is the whole point of having a hat, right? So if there's any wind at all, this darn thing is either covering his eyes or it's flipped up. And so I really did not like that about this hat in particular. So if you're like going to a beach where there's going to be obviously some wind on the, coming off the water, or you live in the desert like I do, and the evenings are usually pretty breezy, these 100% polyester ones are not ideal because they're just so darn flimsy, and I did not care for that. But what I do love about all of their hats, all of this brand's hats, is that they all have, I believe, SPF, or what do they call it? They don't call it SPF. They call it something else. I can't think of what it's called. But it's 50 plus protection from the sun. So all of their hats are. So no matter how flimsy or firm or whatever they are, they all really do a great job of protecting from the sun. So I do have to say, I totally love that. I hope this was helpful. Sorry, it was a little bit longer and I was talking super fast. So hopefully you got all the information you needed from it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please comment below. I love hearing from you guys, and I always do answer back if you have a question. Like I said, love this brand. I have, I think, 6 hats from this brand, all different styles and colors for my kiddos. And I absolutely love them, and they do too. They put them on by themselves. They have no issues with putting them on. They like wearing them. They're that comfortable for my kids. So I definitely recommend these. I hope this was helpful. I will talk to you guys later with another product review at another time. Until then, mwah.